Hi, welcome to another video. So, Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro is everywhere, and it should be because it's really amazing. They have now started to integrate it into a bunch of stuff, and they have also now added it to their deep research option, and it is significantly outperforming OpenAI's deep research, which is actually kind of amazing. That's why I thought I'd show you guys the new updates that Gemini 2.5 Pro now has in the deep research option, and how you could use it. To use it, you'll need to head on over to the Gemini platform, and here you'll see the new option to do deep research with Gemini 2.5 Pro in the drop-down. It is being rolled out, so you might still see the Gemini 2.0 Flash option, but it should be updated everywhere in a bit. Anyway, just select it, and you can now go ahead and do deep research with it super easily. All you'd need to do is just send in your prompt, and it'll get started on it. I'm going to ask it, I'm looking to run a 300B parameter model locally. I want to buy a PC that could do that. Do the research on what specifications I need and which machine, Mac or PC, should be great for the task. This would require a bit of in-depth research, and generally, the answer to this, for cost-effective reasons, should be a Mac Studio or something like that. Once we send it, you can see the exact plan that it generates to do the research, and you can send in a follow-up prompt in order to change something, or if you're fine with it, then you can just hit the start button, and in just a bit, it will get started on the research immediately. You can see the thinking traces here, along with the websites that it is surfing through. It can go through a ton of sites and everything, which is kind of awesome nonetheless. Let's wait a bit for it to finish. And it's now done. So, this is the final generation here, and this is extremely detailed. I mean, it's probably more than 15 pages, and it has done quite in-depth research. First, it starts with why it is a significant challenge to get this done because running something like this locally is a hassle. Then it tells us that probably running a 4-bit quantization for the models is going to be better and faster, as the memory footprint for it will be small. Then it says that for a PC-based solution, this memory requirement mandates a multi-GPU configuration, typically involving 4 professional-grade NVIDIA GPUs like the RTX 6000 Ada generation, each with 48 gigs of VRAM to achieve the necessary 192 gigs of total VRAM to run a 300B model. It would also need a very high-capacity power supply, 1600 watts or more, and robust cooling. Alternatively, Apple's high-end Mac Studio or Mac Pro models equipped with M2 Ultra, or more pertinently, M3 Ultra chips offer a different approach. These systems leverage a unified memory architecture, allowing the CPU and GPU to share a single large memory pool, configurable up to 192 gigs M2 Ultra or even 512 gigs M3 Ultra. This integrated design potentially simplifies handling extremely large models by providing vast memory capacity in a single, non-upgradable unit. So, this is quite good. You can see that it has also done the research on all the intricate details of it as well, like what kind of precision you should run the model at to save some memory. You also get the details on the critical role of quantization. It has also given the formula to know how much memory a specific parameter model needs, which is kind of amazing as well. It even has a table here in which it shows how much estimated memory each quantization of a model might take, which is kind of awesome at the very least. Then, if we scroll down a bit, you can see another table here, which is related to the PC components that you will need to run a model of that caliber. You'll need 4 NVIDIA RTX 6000S Ryzen Threadripper, a good motherboard that supports all this, some better memory that is ECC, storage, power supply, and stuff like that, which will cost you a total of about $44,800, which is great to see and get a glance at the price in literal seconds. Then it makes a comparison of it with the Mac options, which would cost you way less, with multiple options listed here as well, which is kind of awesome. Another thing that I extremely liked is that it also shows the difference at the integration and support level. Like the CUDA support will not be available on the Mac, which means that the support will not be as high, whereas you'll still get MLX on there, which is being highly worked on and mostly supports most of the stuff, which is awesome. It has even gone as far as to tell us which libraries that we can use for inference, and it has even given us approximate token speeds per second, which is literally awesome. It is really an in-depth result. It says that for the specific goal of maximizing accessible memory for large LLMs on a desktop, the Mac Studio offers a significantly better cost per gigabyte of memory. I mean, if I were to make such a report manually, it would have taken me upwards of at least 5 hours. And I mean that it's not just a bunch of gibberish. It actually has given really amazing information here, like the parts that I should consider, the cost effectiveness, and the tokens per second and performance that I'll get with each option, and what are the pros and cons of each one, and everything like that, which is just awesome. I really like this way better over the Flash Deep research because it is actually helpful. And some more stuff is that you can also export this to Google Docs and make it a proper document for something and use it and edit it, which is quite awesome. You can also ask it for follow-up here, and it can get the changes accommodated for you as you request them. Another option that is kind of amazing is actually the audio overview option. So, what this will allow you to do is that it can generate an audio podcast similar to Notebook LM, and then if you don't want to read, then you can just listen to the podcast thing and have the super great insights, which is really awesome. Google is really focusing on their user interfaces, models, and everything these days, which is actually awesome to see. Let me know what you guys think about it, because I really like this. Please subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts as well. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.